Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome and welcome to Midnight Coffee with Faisal. Is Faisal on the air tonight, and I would like to wish you a happy Sunday to everyone here in Malaysia. Time check is midnight, and as promised, we will be on live at midnight. So make sure you have your cup of coffee, and please shout out in the comment box to tell us where you are watching this live from. Yeah, and if you have any comments or opinion that you want to for us to take through, please by all means, put something down there, and we will try to take it with the panel tonight. Yeah. All right. Now, what is about midnight coffee? Just a little bit about midnight coffee. It's a laid back, relaxed session where ordinary people hang out, talk about things, their personal journey, and their experiences. But we focus on projects, yeah. And running project management has been very challenging. And if you aware, yeah, most of us we are very badly hit by the pandemic, end of 2019, and the whole world seems to stop, and we are now living in a project world where there's no such thing as business as usual anymore, because we are living in the new norm, and the new norm is becoming the norm now. So there is no new norm. The new norm is norm now, and there is no such thing as a business as usual. So a lot of things are very agile, very fragile, very volatile, very complex, very uncertain, and full of ambiguity. So the way we run our business now has to be agile, has to be adaptive, and work on things and work on solutions rather than looking at the problems from the problem standpoint. So for those who are first time here, welcome. Yeah, for those who are here first time, welcome. I'm Faisal. Yeah. And I'm an independent management consultant and a business project management coach that had clients to implement solutions. Yeah. Why I said business project management is that when we talk about project management, a lot of people straight away think that it will be a construction industry or in IT industry or manufacturing industry. But as I mentioned earlier, we are living in a project world, and now the business can no longer run the traditional way, the conventional way. So we have to be agile, and to be agile, we have to run the organization in a project environment. Yeah. And when you talk about being in a project environment, a lot of clients that I have, it can be a C level or it can be organization clients. Yeah, many people have many ideas. Yeah, we have a lot of ideas, but unfortunately, we are actually at our execution. Yeah. Execution is a major challenge with many organization. Yeah, organization execution is a very challenging, because 80% of project success or less like less likely to succeed it is all about execution. And when you talk about execution, and research has shown, and I believe you also experienced this the same thing, that the people uh, are the main issue. Yeah, when we talk about execution. So when you talk about people issue in managing projects, it is all about um, engaging with your stakeholders. It can be your shareholders, it can be your customers, it can be your client, it can be your suppliers, it can be your team members, or it can be the internal staff of the organization itself. Yeah, so everyone has a stake in the organization, so we call them stakeholders. So to be successful, we have to be frequently engaging them, communicating with them. The biggest issue with a lot of projects that I've come across, whether it's at individual level or whether it's at organizational level, whether it's a SME, small, medium size enterprise or a big conglomerate, communication has been a very major issue. Yeah, a big major issue. And at the end of the day, there will always be a communication breakdown. And I know that communication will only take place when parties involved or affected within the projects or the decision made share the same page. And unfortunately, many project managers, many project leaders, many project sponsors, they are not able to share to make sure that everybody involved in the project or within the organization able to share the same page or see the same picture. With that, I would like to uh, bring on board, a good friend of mine, I know her in Malaysia, and I've met her in Kazakhstan, and every time when I go to Kazakhstan, she's always be there. She always make time to see me, and then now I believe she's in Dubai, pursuing her career. Yeah, and I would say that what I'm saying here is that these are ordinary people. These are ordinary people that do extraordinary things. And with that, I would like to invite my dear friend, lovely Kamila, and welcome, Kamila. All right, Kamila, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you? Thanks for inviting me
Oh,
here.
thank you for making time, Camilla. I miss you so much because we have not seen each other since the 2017. That's the last time I think
Yeah,
we met
that's
in Astana. Yeah.
Anna. It was
Uh,
time. It was snowing.
oh yeah. I love the snow. I like to go to Kazakhstan in the winter time because there's no snow in Malaysia.
Yeah.
So that's the only time that I get to enjoy the snow. I know a lot of people in Kazakh they will enjoy to be in Malaysia because they like the warmth and the sun, the heat and all those things. Okay, never mind. We will do the catch up. We will do the catch up again shortly. Yeah, but maybe Camille, would you like to say a few things? Introduce to people about yourself and uh, how how you end up in Dubai.
Oh, yeah. It's actually a long story. We can do like a series, but I'll keep it short.
Okay,
So,
go ahead.
it's Kamila. I'm from Kazakhstan, and I am a PR consultant, social media and communications consultant. I've been working. I'm in the industry for the last 10 years, and I have been working independently since 2018. So it's almost like 3 years. I was working in very different projects in government, private sector, with celebrities, politicians, influencers, and etc. Yeah, such an experience I had in public relations. In 2007, sorry, yeah, I came to Malaysia and I did my degree, bachelor degrees. That's how we actually met at Lim Kok Kweng University. So I did my bachelor's and master's degree, and I worked in Malaysia, I think, for a year at PR agency there. Then I came back to Kazakhstan. I settled down. I worked on a TV station there. Um, had a journey at PR agencies there too. So that's my background. And in after the lockdown, I've decided to after like because I like to travel a lot. Like I've been like everywhere, and for the first time I didn't have a like opportunity to leave my own city even. So like the first three countries that were like each open to Kazakhstan is Egypt, Maldives, and Dubai and Emirates. So I came here, and then I found out that there is a program for creative professionals in Dubai, And that's how I got here. I just applied for, I got a license in public relations and communications, and I came here. That's my story.
Wow, it's very interesting. So how did you put up at this point of time? From Kazakhstan. I remember at one point of time I was in Astana. It was about minus 35. Yeah, it was minus 35,
Yeah.
and I think in Dubai right now, a couple of months ago, it was like
Um,
heavy. Yeah.
yeah, well, it's fine to me. It's like it's more about like opportunities and people that around me rather than weather.
Mm.
So yeah.
All right. So, tell us. I mean, what drive you to relocate yourself? Yeah, to
Well,
relocate yourself.
since like in 2018, I gave birth to my daughter, and so I wasn't able to like continue working at the agency. So I had to choose like either I continue like pursuing my career and don't spend time with my daughter, or I just be option number two, housewife, not for me, and option number three, like do something do something. And yeah, I started to working online, like remote work, since it was like a thing before the pandemic. So I was working from home. I've managed to get clients, a lot of clients. Of course, it was very scary, I have to admit, because you have to leave like a warm place, your workplace, and all the salaries that you are getting, and you know the safety, you have to leave the safety. But I did it. I tried, and yeah, it worked out. And then since 2018, like obviously I was working mostly from home. And then I thought if I can work from home in Kazakhstan, I can do the same in any other country.
Yeah, very
Malaysia,
true.
oh, sorry, I would move to Malaysia.
Yeah, very true, very true, very true. Okay, so that what basically drives you. I mean, it's more of looking to expand your horizon. Yeah, going into the
Right?
Middle East. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I want to learn more and I want to work on like more international, more like big projects, and to like build a network as well. The UAE's government are putting a lot of money in the creative cluster in the industry
Mhm.
overall. Oh yeah, that's the place to be right now, in my opinion, for like
Okay.
PR, like
So,
creative professionals.
all right. So from your opinion, in UAE, you would say that there is a huge potential. Can you like elaborate to us, the audience, educate us, including me, as to what sort of
So
potential that is there in Middle East? So
yeah,
maybe I can go down there and meet you there in Dubai as well.
so the thing is, they are putting a lot of effort and money, of course, into like expanding the creative industry, creative culture. So hence, a lot of studios are building up, like film studios. A lot of media are here, and they are attracting like big, huge companies like in PR and marketing and production companies. And because it's growing so fast and there is not enough people to
Mhm.
serve those agencies and etc. So that's why they're interested in like, inviting freelancers in here. So that's why the documentation, that page, everything is so easy, and it's like step by step program. You just go for it. And plus, for companies, it's like more. They are saving up a lot of money because they don't hire like a person to work, because like in Dubai it's very expensive to keep a worker, the employee. Yeah, but for freelancer you just hire for a project, for a particular project. Yeah, and to me, like, I enjoy working independently, so that's where we meet. Yeah, so overall it's that. But I have to say that this place is like great because the expo is coming up in October, and I only arrived here 1st of September, so what is like 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago. And I've met like so many different people from different countries, and it's very rare, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's how.
Hang on, hang on. We lost you. What did you? I mean, yeah, can you repeat what you said about 30 seconds ago?
So I said, what did I say? I forgot.
No, this is one thing I love about life. You know, it's so unpredictable and it's so fun. And oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
I was just talking
Hello.
about, I was just talking about the concentration of international professionals here.
Yeah.
Like in 2 weeks, I've managed to meet like so many people, like potential clients
Okay.
and my colleagues, like PR professionals, startup entrepreneurs, many people here.
Okay. Now, so that means you're beginning to pick up sales leads, I believe, in Kazakhstan. So how do you go about approaching your? How do you create that leads for you to be able to connect with people? Is there
Uh,
any things that you can share? Your trade secret?
my tricks. The only trick is me myself and I. So what I do is like what we will talk about later. It's networking. That's what I do. Like clear communication and clear, like I don't want to say mindset, but like that you have something to offer, and then you just show that offer either online or offline, meeting with people, talking with people. Just start a small talk. That's how I met. Like I hope that we will sign a contract. Like today we had a meeting with a startup owner. She's a CEO. I mean, she's the owner of the startup, and we just started to have a conversation when we were having coffee, and that's all. I just suggested like few ideas how I see her like public relations image, and then she said, "Okay, let's try." That's how it works pretty much. Plus, of course, communications online, communications on in like right now we're having this conversation, me and you. Of course, maybe not a lot of people are watching right now, but I'm sure like those who will need that information, who will need that information, they will watch it later on. So yeah.
Okay. So you about to close a deal, I believe. Yeah. Close a deal. Ah, congratulations.
And plus, of course, I have my favorite clients that I have in Kazakhstan that I'm still like continuing working
Ah,
with.
okay. So you're
Uh,
still serving some of your clients in Kazakhstan, yeah?
yes, of course.
Okay, so Mastura from Mastura, where you from? I believe you're from Malaysia. You say hi, dog. I say yes, hi, hi, Mastura, and hi also to Kamila.
Also Kazakh name. So.
I'm sorry, you were saying?
Mastura is also Kazakh name.
Ah, okay. So now Mastura, you got to know that you're also a Kazakh name. All right,
Um,
shout out for Mastura. Thank you for the comment. Okay, yes. All right. Okay. I mean, yeah, you go and meet up with people. So that means there's a lot of. I believe there is a lot of hard work. Yeah. In getting businesses. So not only in Kazakhstan but also in a new place like Dubai. So what else your the challenges that you face, if you may want to share, if you can share with us.
like challenges that I face here, because I'm not into market that deep yet. I haven't built uh, good like communications with the media.
Mhm.
That's what I'm doing right now. And of course, there are like different techniques that I know how to get like a good relationships with the media,
Mhm.
and like all the techniques that I were using in Malaysia and in Kazakhstan during my working days, I will just apply them here, just do a little research on that, because the culture is different. The cultural code is definitely different.
Ah, okay, okay,
Uh,
okay.
but it's a Muslim country, and I lived in a Muslim country for 6 years in Malaysia, so I know. And then also the cost of living, of course, it's quite high because my income is mostly from Kazakhstan, and the currency rate is Quite different. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much that. Yeah, I'm getting my like residence card on Monday.
Ah, okay,
Yeah,
it's good.
everything is like on working like pretty well.
Okay, okay, good to hear that. Okay, so now, uh, you've been involved in a lot of projects, whether in Malaysia or whether it's in Kazakhstan, or now pursuing the projects in Dubai. So, what can you say about PR, public relations, or maybe relationship? Because as I said upfront earlier, project success is mainly centered on the people in itself. That means the stakeholder. Yeah. So there will be a lot of engagement that needs to be done. Yeah, there's a lot of engagement that needs to be done, and that means when you talk about engagement, you're talking about building a relationship.
Yeah.
Before we go into public relationship, that means there must be some form of trust between parties and all those in some form of relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then for you to be able to have a successful relationship, you must have some communication
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
without communication there will be no relationship. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Maybe you can share some opinion as to PR and communication, how important it is in managing or leading projects. Kamila, over to you.
When it comes to project management, of course, like building relationships internally, like within the team, is the key, of course, because that's like how your project will go, how fast, how efficient it will go. Of course, it's about internal communication. So how the leader will communicate like within the company or the group of people. That's number one. And number two, it's external. If it's like a governmental project, if it has like too many stakeholders, then of course they have to like have a key to each stakeholder. You know what I mean? Plus the media, plus influencers like these days, government. If it's like a sustainability project, for instance, then the different NGOs and etc. and etc. Like and of course, like each project has to have like a mission and philosophy and what they are about, and like they have to crystallize that and like clear the message that they want to spread. So that's how they will like be that's how they will be successful, definitely. What else? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's about public relations. Oh, and plus, we will talk about like anti-crisis communications, of course, because it's better to be prepared and it won't happen. But if it will happen, then at least you have a plan. So the best way I can like suggest is to create a anti-crisis communication strategy. Like, what if anything happens that like these days, like it used to be like 10 years ago, we could have like a day to respond or maybe a few hours to respond, but right now it's like minutes to respond. Like, who is going to be a spokesperson, who is going to like release a media message, for example, and then like people have to have like rules and regulations. Like if something happens, cannot like we cannot give any comments, because that's how it happens. Like when then person like a crisis gets into the company, then they're trying to like doing tweets and stuff. That's how the information leaks, and then all the conspiracy theories are coming to life. Yeah, so that you have to manage as well. Also, the importance of great communications when you work with stakeholders, right? If you are communicating, if you are pitching your idea to the government, that is like even the design has to be different, the messaging has to be different. Maybe like not the team leader will go and communicate to like the government, right? Because like it depends on the part of the government. Maybe they will like understand the message from another person. Maybe you have to hire someone. Number two, if like for example the stakeholder is the private sector, it's about sales and stuff, that it has to be like totally different communication. You know what I mean? It has to be engaging, it has to be bright, it has to be very attractive and stuff. When you are communicating to journalists, that also is like a little bit different, right? You just have to be like right proper on point, like you have to send all the clear information, you have to build a relationship with journalists. It's a long process. Yeah. Communications in social media. Okay, so many things. It's actually not that hard. You just have to. Like me, I'm even talking about it. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I see you update almost every day on your Insta story. You know, you will always have stories, and sometimes you were updating in while you are doing your exercise in the gym, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
exercise.
About
Well,
creating the image of my professional life, because I do a lot. Like I could have like post pretty lunches and breakfasts, but I don't do that because it doesn't work with my like mission that I'm sending, like spreading through the social media. That's how
mhm.
it works.
So you don't mind sharing what is the mission that you are looking at? I mean, sharing in the social media. What is your mission right now?
Oh yeah, my mission is to like bring value to brands like through communication, like what I believe in. I've been working for 10 years, and I always had this question, why? Like I do like similar, like same techniques that we're using on different clients, but some are just boom, wow, crazy, great, amazing results. Some are average, some are very low. And I had like question why it doesn't work, because we do the metrics and everything and we can't understand why. And now I understood how it works. It's actually about the energy that the owner of a brand puts on that. Uh, so yeah, information is also new to me. That's how like now I've changed like the style of my PR services that I do. Yeah, that's how it works actually.
Okay, I mean, you have brought up a very interesting point. Some works very well, some wow, some
Yeah.
mediocre, and some are not so attractive. So, what is it that you discover at the end of the day? What is the cause of it?
So my mission now is to like teach and provide those services, like how the owner can like put his own like inner energy into the brand, you know,
Mm,
sales will go up and like everything will be better in a way. So that's what I've been practicing like for the last, I think, 3 or 4 months. Actually, it's a new thing. It's a new thing, and I have to pitch a lot on that topic, but people can like understand.
okay. So we need to say that what you are saying here is that you are educating the people especially on the brand, to be what you call it, to be truthful. Yeah.
To be
So that means.
truthful, yes, 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 and it all depends on the owner or the head of the company. That's
Mhm.
how it works, because people buy piece of energy. Actually, they buy like okay, for example, I'll show you what a bottle of water it can cost. Uh, and ringgit, for example, I don't remember Malaysian currency. So like 10 ringgits, and then the pana like the Italian fancy water, it can cost like 10 times more. It can cost like 50 ringgits, for example. But why? The taste of water is the same, right? Yeah, maybe there are differences in bottling. Yes, it's a glass bottle, it's a plastic bottle, yes, but it's a huge difference. It's the energy the branching. And that's
Okay.
how like, I buy it, then I get that energy.
Okay. Now, okay, I have to pause you for a while because you are very we lost you about 2 minutes ago because you are very
Oh,
you are frozen, yeah, frozen here and there, and then because I can see that your signal is going from green to yellow, and then at one point of time is going to red. But it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Maybe you can just repeat what you have just said about the
Ah,
brand, about the two types of water and all those things.
oh, okay, I will repeat. Okay, there are two types of water. One costs 10 bucks, and another one can cost 100. What's the difference? It's about the energy that brand sells. Actually, the additional costs on that, because when I'm buying the expensive fancy water, for example, I'm getting that piece of energy that the owner of the brand, I mean the creator of the brand, has put into the brand. So yeah, so we were talking about my mission. So that's my mission. I just want to like spread more goods and great brands. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. That sounds interesting. So you're talking about the brand value. That means when people don't mind paying 10 ringgit, or in Dubai is rial, right? The
It's
dirham,
arms.
dirham, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people don't mind paying extra for the
Yeah.
value, yeah. So sometimes it is as you said, it's water, but because of the different name, that's why people are willing to pay extra. So they feel that they're paying for value. Actually, they are paying for the brand itself, for the name. Yeah.
Yeah. For the energy of the brand.
Okay, okay. I know. A PR will have to come. PR will come out with all those nice words. Energy.
But it's but once you are
All right. So what was your okay in doing this? What are your challenges and how you overcome? I mean, we wanted to. I believe the viewers would also like to know. How do you overcome your challenges? I mean, because everybody is involved in projects. I mean, I'm involved in projects. Some of the viewers here are also involved in many projects, and we face a lot of challenges.
yeah.
And you have rightfully eloquently put it upfront about the mindset. Yeah, one is the mindset. It means you have to have a very positive mindset, and then just ignore all those negativity, and then just move forward. Yeah, that's one, the mindset. I mean, that is you. That means the building your own brand.
Yeah.
So like Kamila, you are actually a brand.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're pushing. So what else do you what how do you overcome the other challenges?
Oh, well,
Okay,
actually,
before you start, I just want to give a shout to Sheena. Hello, Sheena.
hi,
Welcome to the show.
Tina.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. How do I overcome my challenges?
Yeah.
I used to do that positive thinking, but it didn't quite work with me. Like, yes, on the correct mindset, you're right, but positive thinking, it's not working. At least to me, like what I do is like if I have a problem or I feel bad or something is wrong, then I just go deep inside that thing. Yeah, that's what I do. I just go deep inside there. Maybe I spend a couple of hours being low and depressed. And then that's it. Like you are getting sick and tired of being sad and miserable, and then just, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm alive. Let's go.
No, in terms of, I mean, how do you overcome it? I think at this point of time, yeah, I think at this point of time, a lot of people are in depression. I mean, a lot of people are depressed
Ah,
actually. Everybody got locked down, locked from home, and all those things. And then we are trying to run projects. You are trying to close a deal. I'm trying to complete a projects and all those things. We face a lot of challenges. So, and you mentioned just now that there are certain things work, certain things doesn't work because of the cultural differences. Maybe it works in Malaysia, but it doesn't work in Kazakhstan, and in Kazakhstan it works in Kazakhstan, but it doesn't work in Dubai because of the cultural differences and the setting. Yeah. So how do you overcome that? I mean, apart from the mindset and the individual personality that you have, how do you overcome it?
yeah, yeah, I understand. You have to be like very quick and super flexible all the time, and like you have to like while you are trying to close the deal and learn. while you're having this conversation. Maybe do research like on your phone while you're talking. Like, that Arabic word with. Let me just search for it. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what you're supposed to do. Like, just be flexible. Be like learn from everything. Like, from even the conversation that you have, like a random conversation, then you can like get a lot of insights from the conversation. You can get an idea and whatever. And then if the deal will not like work out, I won't close the deal. Never mind. There are like billions of like projects in the world, billions of people. Yeah, of course. Like, why? It's never ending. You know what I mean? Like projects will never end. People will never end. Opportunities will never end. It's like not this opportunity, then next one, next one, next one.
No,
Uh,
but you raise a very important point. I mean, in your work, especially in PR and in building the relationship and communication, you talk about speed and agility. That
yeah,
means
yeah.
you have to be a fast learner. Do you feel that you have to be a fast learner when you are there?
Yeah, I'm super fast. Like even when I'm watching like YouTube show, like stupid YouTube show, you would think.
I'm not supposed to say that.
Even from even like from our conversation, like people can get insights. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, like Dr. Faisal, he has a point. You know, oh, seize the opportunity. Nice.
Yeah, Sheena says, yeah, seize the opportunity. Yes, all right. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sheena.
Yeah, so whatever you do, like any action, any activity in your life, you just learn and get information in, process it, process it, and then just yeah.
Hi, Mr. Tan Kok Seng. I see here the hi, Dr. Faisal. I say hi, Mr. Tan Kok. Say hi, Kamila. Yeah, thank you for joining us. Yeah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
So you were saying, yeah, that means you learn very fast. So how? These are some of the items that I think that I'm able to pick up because I know you in Malaysia, and then I follow up. Meeting with you because I'm some of for those first time viewing this. I'm also a visiting professor for two universities in
Yeah,
Kazakhstan. One is one is a what is it?
was you.
Kaz, Kazgyuyu, which is a Kazakh humanities and law, which runs a business school and also a law school. At one point of time, I'm also a visiting professor for the Nazerbayev University in Almaty, and
Mhm.
also in Kaz and NMU. That means something medical university.
Mhm.
I can't remember the N or what, but both are in Almaty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm in Astana, I always meet up with you and okay. But where was I? What was it? I'm trying to get.
Learn fast too.
Yeah, learning very fast because I see that you move about very frequent. It's just like remind me when I was young. I was in Malaysia, then I was working in Singapore, and I was working in Australia, and I was in Japan,
Yeah,
in
but you are still like not sitting on the on your people. Okay, moving. Like you are running this YouTube show.
yeah.
Okay, you could have like take a newspaper and coffee and just sit down and chill. But you don't do that. You move around. You learn.
Oh, thank you, thank you. No, it's not about me. This show is not about me. So it's about you.
Yes.
Okay,
No.
so where were we?
Yes, we were like how to overcome challenges.
Hmm. Okay,
And
before we
yeah,
go that, there's somebody from Gurnu from Kazakhstan. Hello, Gurnu. Как у вас дела? Хорошо. How do you would like to say some things in Russian?
Russia. Yes, Гульнур,
Yeah.
здравствуйте. Задавайте вопросы, какие хотите. Мы говорим про пиар в project менеджменте. Если у вас есть какие-то вопросы, с удовольствием отвечу.
All right. So any more? Shall I hide the comment? All right. Okay. So he because she was saying hi Faisal and hi Kamila. So it's hi to you as well. All right. So continue. Yes, please.
So we were talking about how to overcome challenges.
Yeah, yeah. Because you do two things just now. Because from this conversation, I pick up that there she commented horosho. All right. Spasiba. Okay. She was saying you were saying that the first is the mindset, and then
Yeah.
you
Going deep
you
into years.
yeah, and you learn quickly, yeah, and you adapt to the situation. And Sheena talk about seize the opportunity, but I can see that you are designing on the go. That means you don't have a rigid structured plan. When I go and see a client, I'm going to force down the throat, with this plan, because if the client like it, take it. If the client doesn't like it, no. But I see that you're very adaptive, you're very agile. You how shall I say, redesign your
Yep.
deck as you go along. Yeah.
Yes.
So that means continue. I mean, you learn very fast on whatever you have, your phone and YouTube and whatever that you. Then what's next? What's the next thing?
What's the next thing? Okay. I don't know what else I can say. How do I overcome challenges? Uh, of course, like the network that I have, like people like you, Doc, and like a lot of Linkakwinians are in Dubai. So
Oh,
we,
really? There's so many there. Oh.
yeah, not many, but few, and like two of them are in public relations, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, public relations, and yeah, and then like when I announced that I moved to Dubai, like you can't believe, like so many people DM'd me on Instagram, and they said like, "Oh, I saw you at Lim Cooking," but like I can't even recognize now because it's been like 10 years.
Oh, but of course, you,
How
you
can
look
I
pretty.
say?
You look prettier now.
I know, I know. Yeah, just like I have a lot of like friends and family and stuff. Like they help a lot with conversation, with anything with just a small message. It like keeps helps me to keep going.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So, how do you build your network? Apart from just being, I mean, with a network of alumni of your former universities and all those things, and then how do you go about building your network?
I I only do like social media to keep
Mhm,
up with my international friends because like
mhm,
obviously we can't see each other
mhm,
offline. So yeah, we just like follow each other. It's not like that we put likes on each and every post, definitely. But
mm.
whenever like I visit any country that my classmates are, then I will definitely message. If even if we won't meet up, at least we had a conversation.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
That
Okay, just a quick note. Sheena says that resilience. Yeah. So apart from mindset, quick learning, I mean, very adaptive and designing your deck on the go, and then you talk about resilient. That means you just proceed, just go and pursue your leads, yeah, wherever you are. Okay, thank you, Shina, for the point or for the comment.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah, so that's how I keep network. Number one,
Mm-hmm.
number two, like as you mentioned before, I'm very active in social media, and plus I do a lot of presence in the media. Like back home, I'm planning to do more in Dubai as well. That's
Mm-hmm.
how you build your network. Actually, like if you met someone or someone heard of you during the conversation, they will definitely do a Google check on you, on your persona, and that's how they see the articles that you've written, that builds your credibility, and then they look at your social media and they see what you are about, you know, what are your thoughts on how do you look like and stuff. Yeah.
But I see that there's two different Camellia. One on the Instagram,
Yeah.
and the other one is in the Facebook. Um, I don't think you are that active on Facebook anymore, right?
Yeah,
Because at the
it's
last,
with Facebook. It's too
yeah,
political.
yeah. But I saw your some of the photos. You're more like model, with the fur coat, walking the dog. I said, wow, this is a $1 million shot, that sort of things. All right, all made up, and but when you go into the IG, you're talking about a very serious entrepreneur, so to speak. Yeah. So
Yeah.
do you separate your how do you separate? I'm not
Uh,
asking you, do you separate? How did you separate? Because your client, as you have rightfully said, that the client will what you call that,
yes.
continue to do a search on you, yeah, and what will do is they will dig into your Facebook or IG or YouTube and whatever not. So how do you separate? Do you separate your the
Uh, I only separate on like type of content that will be more useful to each social network. Like I don't like hide anything.
Mhm,
I realized also like according to my experience because we had clients who were not true to themselves.
mhm,
Okay. And
mhm,
then it will either like number one, the client, the one who was like building not the real image of himself, for example, then he would just stop because he can't go on, he can't continue. It's like a never ending game. You have to like always post, always be active, create content and stuff.
yeah.
Or number two, like people will realize that he's fake and then it's even worse.
I bet you find you see them, see a lot of them.
I see a lot. Yeah, that's why like in my early working days, of course, I didn't understand that. But now I understand. Like whenever we have a prior meeting with a client, with a potential client, I just say, "Are you ready to be like true to yourself? Are you ready to open up?" Because you can't like be active for 6 months and then just lose. Okay, because it's like you always have to be active, always have to be out there. Yeah, so I never like I'm like more or less 100% true to myself. It's just that I like to talk a lot, and so I use YouTube platform on that. So I just switch on my camera and just talk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Da
a lot
da
of
da 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 da. I know, but sometimes because you speak in Russian most of the time, so I've commented on your YouTube, or I mean, if I'm not mistaken, on your Instagram. I said, I I hear what you're saying, but I wish I can understand. Maybe you want to have a channel on English. So are you planning to move your content? Sorry, or you intend to move your content into English?
I'm thinking I want to like maybe totally switch to English language because most of my friends who are in Kazakhstan or Russia, they can speak English. Okay. And plus, if I will have any like Kazakh clients, we can have a meeting like on Skype, and definitely we can speak Russian. So I think I will just switch into English 100% because it's more international language.
Yeah.
And to me, it's easy to speak in both. Of course, I love my language, but yeah, I have to choose because it will be difficult to like keep two IG accounts, like one in Russian, one in English.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Um,
mm-hmm.
yeah.
I have only one IG account and one Facebook account and one YouTube account. That's it. And everything is in English. But what I'm sorry, I can appreciate it because when I was in Kazakhstan in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, when I was the first time in Almaty, uh, I got lost because I was walking to look for some supermarket, something like that. And then when I start asking the individual how to get back to my hotel, and they just like blank. I think after seeing, but I just follow my guts, and I almost got arrested because I end up in a military military installation. And then the guard was with all those track and all those things, stopping me and asking me. And I said, then I showed the hotel card. Then they know that I'm not the local, and maybe I'm lost and all those things. So there was somebody from, and then there was somebody passed by and happened to be an English teacher. And then she's the one who walked me back to the hotel. And the hotel is just that, I think about 15 or 20 minutes walk from the military installation. I just took the wrong turn. And then the signage is also in Kazakh, right? Yeah, or in Russian. So it's kind of like Sifolian Street and all those things. I have to recognize those alphabet, this is Sifolian Street, this is this road, this is that road. So I think I know Astana, or now they call it Nur Sultan, right? Astana is now being called Nur Sultan. Is now changing into alphabet, the Roman alphabet now, right? So they're moving slowly. Yeah, they're moving slowly, but
yeah, that's actually, it's a good point. It's also like, it's also about communication. So that's what we want to do. We want like foreigners, like to be the country to be like open to foreigners. Okay, of course you won't understand what does it mean, but at least you can read it, right? That's how it works. Like when you will go to Italy or Spain, you don't speak Spanish or Italian, but at least you can read like Palazzo Italiano because like you can read it.
no, but Kazakhstan, you have a lot of things to offer because you are the number ninth largest country in the world. The largest country in the world, number ninth largest country in the world, but you lose to Malaysia on the population.
Yeah.
Because you're so huge. No, you're so huge. And okay, fine. But okay. I mean, apart from that, what are the challenges that you face, and how you overcome? Because at the end of the day, you are managing your projects. You are a project manager. You are a project owner. You are a project leader. You are a project sponsor. You are everything in a project. Yeah, you are a package as a project. So the more you, if you can share with us all those challenges and how you overcome, and I believe the viewers will be very appreciative. And we are time check now is 12:50. We have 10 more minutes to go. uh,
Like as an example, like I can tell, like one of my projects, it was an international conference, and we had hundreds of partners. Like it was partners in the media, sponsors, and there was like different type of sponsors, like diamond sponsor. Of course, you have to like, it's another like level of communication with them. So I was like project manager and PR manager at the same time. So that was like the best experience to me. That's how I've learned how to actually. You can hear me, right, Doc?
Sorry.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So yeah, in project management, that's actually what we face. You have to be everything in the project. So you have to manage your team and check the results. How's it going? And then the dates, and then the quality of work. Yes. Plus communication with the government, because it was a like international forum in Kazakhstan. It was huge. So of course the government was involved, and it was like different parts of government. It was like city mayor,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
the okay. So like two different types, and of course with like that party we had a different communication, and with another one different communication, because like the heads of those parts were like different people. So that's what we had to do.
Okay.
Okay. Plus we had international guests and international speakers. Of course, we had to like manage communications with them as well. Okay. And then we had to hire Chinese, like just only for Chinese, because that's how they only speak Chinese, as you know.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you just you are everything and nothing to your project.
That's why as I said, I'm trying to I'm trying to what you call that, I'm trying to dive deep into ordinary people doing extraordinary things, people like you know, I mean, uh
Oh, and
yeah, yeah.
any credits for your work as well. That's a sad thing. Yeah, because you're just a project manager, right? You're at the back of the stage. Like different people are on the stage, right?
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So, what else I can say? Like um, but like project management is all about like relationships and communication. Definitely, that's how, like maybe like 10 years or even 5 years, like other older techniques, they were more applicable, but now it's like it's so different and it changes very quickly. Like just 2 years ago we didn't know what TikTok is, okay, but now we have to be like super careful with TikTok, because like people are migrating into a new social network. So
Yeah.
maybe your message is not delivered as you were expecting like 2 years ago, right?
Are you on TikTok?
Yes, I'm on TikTok.
You on TikTok too?
Yes, I'm on TikTok. Definitely.
Okay, I mean, there's a question here for both of us, yeah, to both Doc and Kamila. What do you think about PR and communication in politics?
Actually, I love talking about politics. I love
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Do you think Malaysian politics can do with a proper data-driven PR and communication strategy? Yes, I strongly agree with that. Would like to hear your thoughts on this. Camila, can you take a rap? I mean, can you take maybe a quick 2 or 3 minutes on this question from Azhar? Thank you, Azhar, for your question, and thank you for also for being here.
Azhar, can you keep the question?
Okay, sure.
Yes, I can comment on politics, but not in Malaysian politics. Why? Because I'm not quite familiar with like current political situation. So when it comes to politics, it has like too many layers. Okay, so too many layers, and it's not that easy. Like it's too complicated than we even expect. Okay, because I handled like few political projects with politicians and stuff. Of course, like the publics, they have like this how to explain that they have the image that they have built in their heads. That's number one. Number two, how it's really going in like in the couloirs, that would tell how it's shown on the media and what they say. It's like everything is different. Everything is so random and chaotic. Okay, and plus now like the news, like 5 years ago, even 3 years ago, okay, we didn't have that much information at all. But right now you don't have to even like go on the media that you like information comes to you like via chats or notification and etc. So how do you actually manage that a lot of information, right? So there's one like political news and something and it just spreads like super fast and you can't actually manage it. Okay, maybe it's a fake news, but you can't manage it. So
Yeah.
what's like politics, like the best strategy for politics is to build your credentials as a brand. I mean, like yes, as the like a political party, for example. Just build your credibility and like let's make people to listen to you mostly. So the information must come out from you first, not from bloggers, not from media, not from anyone, just from you. And only your message is credible. That's like the best option because you can't control it like fully 100%. You can't control it. As I said before, what's happening in TikTok is too political these days. Like at least in Kazakhstan, it's so political. Like these youngsters are crazy. Some of them, they actually don't know what the politics is, but they just like expand their
No,
understanding.
because we call them netizen because they are the citizen of the net. So these netizens sometimes they can be a 12-year-old school going who just listen to some provocative speech and whatever not, and then they just start TikToking or tweeting or whatever not, that sort of thing. So as I said, I teach project politics, but as a topic, I remember doing the MBA for the DBA student. I talk about politic power and influence, and what you say is true because those days you can have 1 week to respond to any issue. But nowadays, you have to have an army of what you call that troll. I mean, I wouldn't say troll. I mean, an army of social media network workers. Just to respond fast enough. But it's just that you have to be careful with what you set out. And the point that is Azhar also mentioned here is that the data driven, which is very much lacking because the sad part is that this is where I want also your opinion, Camilla. Yeah? I'm sorry, your name is Kamila, but I keep on mentioning Camilla. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's actually
Yeah. Uh,
switch.
okay, because the thing is that data or facts tell, but it doesn't sell. The story sells.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
That's important.
that means in managing projects or in doing the PR, whether it's a project yourself, the project itself, or maybe you're talking about politics or whatever not, you have to articulate the stories. How do you how do you go about doing it? Articulating the stories. I mean, if you don't have a 1 week or 2 week to respond, you have almost 1 hour to respond, or maybe less. How do you go about doing it? Maybe
Yeah.
some.
Even like right now, in my own experience, it's not even an hour right now because like I'm representing a client who is in politics, and then the journalist, she messages me on WhatsApp, right? Of course, I'm online. Of course, I saw her message. I have to respond like quickly, like right now. At least I have to say yes. I did receive your question. Like, give me an hour. Okay, so I have to respond like immediately.
Mhm.
Um, so the question is the yeah, of course, the story sells.
Yeah.
Of course, like if you have like in a one media day, that's what we call like one media day. You have like at least one super news. For example, something happened, a fire, for example. And when that happens, like we never announce anything. We never sell press releases on that day. So you have to like in the morning, I look on the news, I look at the agenda of the day, and if nothing happens, nothing involved with the president, nothing involved with like international scandal or whatever, like Kim Kardashian is not getting a divorce. No, it's true. It's true. Because like true, because if like Kim K decided to like get a divorce, then no way your news will be like seen by the publics because everybody will talk about that. They will comment and stuff. So you have to choose the day.
No, but I'm following. I don't follow. I don't follow Kim Kardashian, but I follow Zaharna Dugalova. I follow Dilnas.
Oh yeah,
Dilnas. Yeah. And then there's another one. She just got recently married. Saya Organ Zaliva or something like that. A
yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
famous actress
Like
there. I mean, she is like Kim Kardashian of Kazakhstan, so to speak.
yeah.
All right, Camilla, the time check now is 101. We have passed 1 hour. Thank you very much for your time. And to wrap up, let's say another 1 or 2 minutes. What would you like to say? I mean, to wrap up the challenges that you face. I mean, the importance of PR and communication in project management.
Uh-huh.
And if there's anything that you want to say to the Malaysian audience and also to Kazakh audience, please, by all means, because we just celebrated Malaysia Day a couple of days ago, right?
Oh yeah, right. I
So,
forgot to tell you. Yes, yes, yes.
so yeah, so please, maybe 3 minutes because
So yeah, to all the project managers listening, listening to like right now in 2021, you are the media yourself. You are representing your project actually, and all your team members. They are actually your like part of your brand. They are representing your brand. So that's why I have to be careful and start right correctly, like build a strategy. You have to have a strategy how you're going to promote your projects, and how you're going to build communications, and what are you going to talk about, what you're going to show, and etc. Once you have like clear picture in mind, then you won't have any problems. So that's like the main point about public relations in communication. Because we can talk about anti-crisis and politics and stuff, but when it comes to like managing the project that is important to you, and you have team members, and you have to be very careful with that. About challenging moments, yeah. We spoke a lot about challenging, more than project management, but
yeah, yeah. I will call you back. I mean, I will invite you back on the more of the challenges. Maybe maybe in the next series or in the next season, when we talk about the challenges. By then you would have more stories that you can share with us, especially in Dubai now.
yeah,
Yeah.
for project managers, like be open to the publics and to your stakeholders, and build like high quality communications, like long term communications. The project will end, but you will still have that network that will
Mm.
be helpful to you and to
Mhm.
your members.
Mhm.
Just remember that. Like the project will end definitely, but your life doesn't end.
All right.
Yeah.
You so the Gulnu is still here. So you would like to say something? Apparently, only Gurnu is here. You want to say something in Russian?
Gulnur. Gulnur. I don't know what to say. Смотрели. Спасибо большое, что вы посмотрели наш эфир. И надеюсь, что это было вам очень полезно. Если вы хотите, если остались какие-то вопросы, вы можете мне всегда написать в социальных сетях и найти меня. I just said that if you have any more questions about PR or like project management, that's where you can always message me, DM me, or email me anywhere. I will definitely reply. Like I get questions on social media, and then I reply to every question.
All right.
Nice sound.
That's the time. The time that we have. I know we spend more than 2 hours chatting. On the real life. But that's the time we have today. Kamila, thank you very much for being with us this evening, this morning actually. And I know it's the evening in Dubai now. I think it's about 9 p.m. Yeah. Hopefully you have a good supper, a dinner or supper by that time. And thank you very much, Farah Faisal. Farah Faisal, thank you for the insightful session. Kamila and Dr. Faisal. That's my daughter. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay. What we say that this is the only time. I mean the time we have for this session. And please keep in touch. Yeah, Kamila. Stay in touch, and then I will pop in from time to time with you, and then maybe I will bring you on board again for the next session. Yeah.
Yep.
Until then, please stay safe. Yeah. All the viewers in Malaysia or in Dubai or in Kazakhstan, please stay safe. Yeah. If you have not been vaccinated, get the vaccine. And there's another story. Get yourself vaccinated, and then make sure. I mean, together we try to. What's called that achieve herd immunity, and then so that we are able to travel again and meet face to face. And with that, I call it I wouldn't say a good night because it's in the morning. So I wish you the best, and please keep in touch. Yeah, Kamalia, thank you very much for having us tonight. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us tonight. This is Faisal on the air and signing out from Midnight Coffee, and catch up again on the next week with another guest when we talk about learning and development in project management area of focus. Yeah. With that, I wish all Malaysian Selamat Hari Malaysia, and please stay safe and be happy and be well. And a very good night to you. Thank you for joining us, and please subscribe to us and join us again on next week, next midnight coffee session with Faisal. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure being with you. Thank you.